In this section, I want to talk about some additional information regarding licensing. So I want to make sure that you understand both of these because they're very important. The first one is regarding the 20 hours of pre-licensing education. Do you ever have to retake that 20-hour class? This is what you need to know. Once an individual is unlicensed for a period of 3 to 5 years, it depends on your state. Some states say 3, some states say 5. You'll have to check with your state. I know here in California where I am, we have 5 years. But again, once an individual is unlicensed for a period of 3 to 5 years, depending on your states, he or she will be required to retake the 20-hour class in order to get your license reinstated or approved. So what does that mean? That means that your 20-hour class, depending on what state you're in, is good for 3 years. Say you took the 20-hour class and you never finished the license, the MU4, the rest of the stuff, take the test. It's good for 3 years in some states, 5 in others. So let me give you an example. Say if you signed up and you took your 20-hour class, but you never went through with your MU4, you never took the test, you didn't do any of that. If you're here in California, that class is valid for 5 years. If you go 5 years without finishing the process, then you have to retake the 20-hour class again. And again, it varies per state. It could be 3 years, it could be 5 years. You want to look up your particular state and see what the requirement is from there. You just go to the NMLS website, type additional state information, and you can look it up for your state. But my point is, when do you have to retake the 20-hour course? If you do not get your license, you do not follow through for a period of 3 to 5 years, then you got to take the class all over again. Now, don't confuse it with this part. Now I'm going to talk about when you may have to retake the exam, not the class, when you may have to retake the NMLS exam. So here we go. Once you become unlicensed for a period of 5 years, you have to retake the NMLS exam. So if you do not ever want to take this exam again once you pass it, don't wait 5 years. The exam results, your test results, your passing results are good for 5 years. You can pass the test and not go through the rest of the process, your MU4, getting a sponsor, all of that. But if you wait 5 years to do that, you're going to have to retake the exam. So if you never, ever want to take this exam again, don't go 5 years without getting licensed. Also, say if you are licensed and you don't renew, if you don't renew for 5 years in a row, then you're going to have to retake the exam. So retaking the exam, if you don't want to ever have to retake the exam, don't wait 5 years to get your license after passing. Or once you are licensed, don't skip renewal for 5 years. Because if you don't renew your license for 5 years in a row, you will have to take the exam again. But know the difference between when you have to take the pre-licensing class versus when you have to retake the NMLS exam. Those are two totally different things.